right. Well, I like to get right into it. I just like to thank everybody for being here today. I like to thank all the newcomers. I appreciate y'all coming to my platform, joining us in this session. Catalyst Conversations is truly appreciated. Would you be able to do me a favor and touch that like, hit that subscribe, and touch that notification bell so you will be notified of all the forthcoming content? And also, just share this video because it's going to be good quality content. I know that for sure. To all those who have been rocking with me for a minute, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your loyalty. And I just appreciate you guys coming and sharing this space with us with good positive vibes and good positive energy always. Today, we are going to be talking about the difference between a hobby, a side hustle, and a business because it's a significant difference between the three. Not saying that you can't integrate one into the other or anything like that, but we definitely tap into that. And with that being said, I would like to introduce to you guys my sister, this beautiful individual that I've been knowing for years upon years upon years. We used to be playing, going outside, visiting each other's house, doing each other's hair. It was just an amazing experience, and I felt that I should bring her on just so you guys to see how much of a wonderful individual that she is and that she has bloomed to be. She has her own business and she's doing very well. And I would like to introduce to you guys my dear sister Shantell. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing great, sister.
Good, awesome. Yes, so just to get right into it, sis. First, tell us some information about you, what you do, what you about, where you from, what's your business, all that good stuff.
So, as of right now, my name is Shantell. I'm currently in Harper Woods, Michigan. 36 years old, having 5-year olds, working in the hospital at the moment, and I've started a business making gift baskets. So that is something that I've been interested in for a few years now, probably a couple of decades. So I decided to turn my likes into an actual business.
Absolutely. And these gift baskets that she has, you guys, is so pristine. It's like top quality. And all of the components that makes up the basket is strategically put together to where they're intertwined and they all like complement one another. And they are so beautiful. And she can outfit any occasion for you. Or even just because you can get the gift basket just because, hey, it's a beautiful day outside and I want to do something beautiful. And guess what? You can call her or send her a message and she can curate the most beautiful basket to articulate the way that you feel to a loved one or something like that. So I truly appreciate her craft, her attention to detail, and the quality that she puts into her work. Absolutely. So, with that being said, my sis said that she had a hobby and she turned it into a business. Now, sis, tell us what was the distinguishing factor between it being a hobby and it now turning into a business.
So it started off being a hobby to fulfill my need to shop. So fulfilling my need to shop, everything was like, oh, I need to buy this and I want to buy this. And it's like, okay, I'm spending a lot of money just shopping and building things for just presents for everyone else. It was like, oh, it's mom's birthday. Let's make mom a gift basket.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? It's sister's birthday. I'm going to make her a present. Then it turned into a side hustle. It was like, you know what? People were like, you can really make money off of doing this.
Mhm.
So it became a side hustle. One friend telling one friend about something, me doing it just for special occasions. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. I'm just doing them for Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
Or I'm just doing them for Christmas.
Mhm.
And then from that, it bloomed into a business where I do those for all occasions, 365 days, and not just for specific reasons. Like, as you said, if it's just because today is Tuesday, you want to give someone a present. I'm also doing things that range from baby showers, just because Valentine's, Christmas, Legos of all things. We do the sports things that I just did recently to support the home teams. We had the Lions and the U of M baskets that went out.
Mhm.
So those are a few of the different things.
So these baskets, they are special ordered, and she specially puts them together, and no two is alike. Okay, so I want you guys to know that. So y'all, please tap in and please support her and her business because she's doing very well. And I'm going to leave all of her socials in the description box so you guys will be able to contact her for any further information, and things of that nature. Do you do custom baskets, sis?
I do custom baskets. So you could call and say, you know what, my son likes Spider Man,
Hmm.
and I want to put his name on the cups. I can do that as well.
Okay.
So I can integrate their names on it, personalize it for what they need. It could be a gender neutral basket that you need it for a baby shower, but they don't know the gender yet.
Hmm.
So we can create that. Sports teams, homegoing, graduations, proms, just anything that you may think of, I can do it and color coordinate it.
Nice.
That's the key. I feel that I make the baskets as if I want to receive them. So if
Hmm.
I don't feel like I want to receive it myself, I will not make it.
Hmm. So
And
these
that
baskets, they are not just items at an event. These baskets are an actual experience, you know? So I just want to, tell you guys that so this is not your average, gift. This can be the item, or this could be, the centerpiece that can set the whole event off, just by how she puts them together. And I truly appreciate that. So I'm gonna get into a couple of things about, the hobby, side hustle, and the business. I want to break down a couple of definitions so individuals can know like where they are as far as their thought process as to them want to pioneer a business or even a side hustle. I'm not saying that everybody is supposed to be A1 on their entrepreneurship endeavors because everybody isn't meant to be an entrepreneur. Some people have really, really, really dope side hustles, and some people have really, really dope hobbies. But if you want for what you like and the things that you desire to go on an upward incline, so you can monetize it, so that one day it can take over your primary source of income, and then you can start working into the field that you have a passion about. We're going to endeavor into that today, okay? So the definition of a hobby: an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. Okay. So now we're going to move on to what is a side hustle. A side hustle is work performed for income supplementary to one's primary job. So it's a supplement to someone's main source of income. Let's get to what a business is. A business is a person's regular occupation, profession, or trade. So I want to get into, sis. Do you feel like your mindset has changed from when what you like was a hobby to what you like turned into a business? Was there a difference in between the mindset for you?
there's a difference in between the mindset. I felt that as a hobby, it was just something fun, and it was like, okay, I just like doing this. This is
Hmm.
cool, but I could pick it up today, but I could care less if I do it tomorrow.
Hmm.
When it comes over to the business aspect, it's okay. Do I have the correct labels? Do I have the correct packaging? Do all of these items completely coordinate? How much time do I need to put in to make sure this actually gets out on time to the person that needs it and ordered it?
Hmm.
So it's a big difference of detail, and also making sure you have the correct inventory, making sure that you're calculating your time and your effort into these things. Also making sure that you have your bookkeeping done and that your accounts are balanced to understand, to make sure that you aren't going into a hole just because it's your hobby and you're just buying and buying, but making sure that you're actually making a profit off of this where it makes sense for you. A hobby we can a hobby we can go into that. People do it all the time. My hobby is buying shoes, so they just buy shoes, buy shoes, buy shoes,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no profit off of it.
Right.
Versus where I have to itemize the items that I want to buy, whether they be in bulk, whether they be one of a kind. But I also have to say, this is my set goal. This is the set time. This is what my times cost to do this event here. And you
Mm-hmm.
have to factor that in. You have to make sure that the bookkeeping is there for it to be profitable.
Absolutely. You touched on some really key points, and I'm glad that you made the distinguishing mindset between a hobby and a business. Okay, so for those who want a better understanding, when you have a hobby, like she said, you're just miscellaneously spending. You don't have a budget in mind. This is just something that that is passing time by, that you enjoy, probably something that you like to engage in as you decompress from your day or decompress from your week, or you had a stressful week, so you tapping into something to recalibrate your train of thought into doing something that you take pleasure in. But when you have a mindset in a business, like she stated, it is inventory, it is bookkeeping, it is you being cognizant of what your clientele want, the time frames and deadlines. Things got to be sent out so that it can arrive to your client on time. Making sure that your packaging is presentable and eye catching, and it don't get damaged in shipping. It's so many things that you have to be truly cognizant of when you go into a business. And another thing that she said that I would love to touch on is, when you're spending in your business, make sure that everything is balanced. Don't allow for the output to be greater than the input. All right? You can't be sitting up here spending all of this cash for all of this inventory or all of these products, and you're not receiving no return of income, no return of investment, no ROI. I can see now, let's be real, sometimes you're going to need that startup cost. So you may need to go to a bank, or you may need to go to an angel or a private investor or family and friends in order for you to get a bulk amount of money for you to be able to endeavor into your business so that it can start appropriately, so that you can be going and running on a continuous basis without any pauses or intermissions. So with that being said, sis, like, how did you start building your inventory, and how did you start becoming cognizant of, hey, let me budget what I'm putting into my business versus what's going out? Like, what's some tips and tricks that you can provide us?
The tips and tricks, honestly, when I started off as a hobby, I went into the hole because I was just literally going, I like this, I like that. And I
Mhm.
was literally just buying. And it was like, okay, I'm just buying all of this stuff and I'm just sitting on products. And, I had help financially, and I still do have help financially
Mhm.
with supporting my business and help with going out and picking up items.
Mhm.
But as a hobby, I went in a hole. I really went in a hole and had to sit back, and it was like, okay, you need to stop. You're hundreds of dollars behind because you're just buying things that people may not want, people may not like. You're buying things that someone else is already doing. And going over into the side hustle and business aspect of it is, what can I do to set myself apart from everyone else?
That's key.
I can't do the generic what everyone else is doing. I need to make sure my items coordinate. Make sure when you walk past, it's like, oh, that's what I want. So once I realized that I wanted to set myself different from everyone else, I was a little bit more detailed and budget conscious of what I wanted to spend. I actually set down goals. Okay, I'm only spending $400 on items.
Mhm.
So everything needs to fit in this $400, from packaging, from wrapping, to the inventory inside of them. So this is my goal, and this is the amount of money that I have to build off of.
Mm-hmm.
And people sometimes forget that you have to budget your time, because your time is money. Your time and your creativeness is also money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I had to remember to add that in and price things accordingly. Because
Mm-hmm.
honestly, you can't buy materials to build a basket for $30 and then charge 35 for it.
Correct.
You completely lost all your time, you lost all your gas, and you lost all your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're here to please everyone and to make them want to purchase, but you also have to remember your time and you're worth it as well.
It's true. That's
So
very true.
it came into bookkeeping, and that I have binders with receipts. I inventory out my baskets, and this basket has these said items, and this is the cost of this basket. This is how long it took me to build this basket, and this is how I calculate the price for it. Taking inventory of what I have at home so I'm not overbuying.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just go out the store and you're like, yeah, you know what, I need cellophane, but you fail to realize that you didn't go in the back and inventory your own supply to see you've got 12 rolls of cellophane already. So now that's an unnecessary purchase where you're taking from out of your funds where you could be buying something else. And always remembering to set a business account, to set that, okay, this basket cost me $35. So then that $35 that it cost me to make this basket, I need to separate that from my profit. And that also has helped because it's going, okay, $400 for funds. I can continue to use that $400 over and over again. But at the same time, my profit is going somewhere else. It's sitting on the other side, so I'm not touching the profit. So therefore, it makes it grow.
Absolutely. That's real. Knowing what you have on hand versus what you need. Period. That's even in personal life. Even if you going into the refrigerator. If you already know that you got tomatoes in the refrigerator, what's the point of you going out to the grocery store and getting you more tomatoes? You know, you are expending more money than you have to. You know, just pay attention, be cognizant of inventory, be cognizant of your budget, be cognizant of your time. A lot of people, when you have products and you are selling them, they want to go price out how much that product is and say, oh, that's too much. No, factor in that labor, factor in your time, your creativity, factor in those hard to get items that took you so long, or it took months for it to get shipped to you in order for you to get it. That takes time, that takes effort, that takes research. It's a balance. We have a business. With our businesses and with my platform, and why I love to hear the businesses that these people that I know that are great, that I respect, have, is because I want people to know about what they endeavoring in, so that we can all support one another at the end of the day. That's where the collective consciousness come from. That's where the appreciation and the support from one another come from, because it's very vital and important in these times. We have to support one another, especially if it's a need that you have and you know that it's somebody else that's your fellow brethren or sister and could help you and support you and can enable whatever product or whatever event that you have. Call them, reach out to them, network with them, because there's some brilliant minds out here that's doing some brilliant things. And networking is key in order for us to come together as a cohesive unit and make some bigger things that's bigger than us to occur. So I'm gonna go into something so individuals can see that this is not really a separation, but it's more of a chart of progression. So you have your hobby, and your hobby is clearly a hobby because it's something that you really like, or you passionate about, or that you love. So you take your leisure time and you endeavor into your hobby because it makes you feel good. Now listen to the words that I am, what I'm saying, integrating in these scenarios so you can see the buildup. So something that you're passionate about. This is done in your leisure time. Something that you can appreciate, right? So Now that you see that you really like this, you're going to see like, how can I turn this into something that can, produce some income for me? So now you're starting to network, because network is a huge piece. With that being said, that's a part of your marketing. So whether you're marketing face to face, sending flyers, got your business card, social media contacts, emailing distros, making those, cold calling and speaking to people, going to other businesses and seeing if they'd be interested in your product. That's where it begins, to where you can turn your hobby into now a side hustle, because you've integrated the marketing, and you integrated the networking, and you're giving your product and your ideas and your creativity that exposure that is needed, so that you can monetize your time and your efforts and curate them to what somebody may need, because it's a service at the end of the day, right? So
Right.
now that you see that you got your marketing intact, right? And you building this networking, and you got, people who are buying from you and purchasing from you at, a nice steady rate that is supplemental to your primary income, which now this is considered a side hustle. Now you brewing it within your brain and saying like, hey, if I have built it to this stage right now, how can I turn this into a business? So what could you do in the meantime while it's, launching into the business status? You can begin to get your LLC, get your EIN number, go ahead, get you a business bank account, and then start looking at other businesses that are out there that's similar to yours, so you can fill out the competition that's out there. With that being said, sis just stated, she was like, okay, maybe other people who's doing this, but what makes mine unique? What sets mine apart? Why is mine standing out? So those are the questions that you have to ask yourself with your specific product or your niche or whatever you have going on. See how it can fulfill, someone else's needs. How is it a service to other people? How can you budget your time and, your money into this endeavor in order for you to, you know catapult this side business and graduate it and give it the certificate of being a business? So after you establish your EIN and your business bank account, you can get you an email address that, when people are inquiring about your product, they can email you. And then you can start building your website. Whether you build your website like my sis, she's building her website on GoDaddy. You can do it on there. You can do it on Shopify. You can do it on Stelvia. It's plenty of platforms that you can utilize to put your product on a website, or you can go to various pop-up shops or even curate your own pop-up shop, so you can further put yourself out there and put your name out there, you know along with that, and along with that, with networking and things of that nature, um just start believing in yourself, in your product, and knowing that it will be a success. It starts with you, not nobody else. Don't feel like, okay, you have this one day where nobody purchased your product, so you feel like you're a failure. No, there's brighter days ahead. You got to keep that momentum going. Don't let it die. So those are like the preliminary steps for you to start getting your business going, for it to actually be a business, so that you can scale your business. So it's not staying stationary, because you want it to move from the side hustle definition, and you want it to be catapulted into a business, defining it more as that. And then with that being said, that mean that you're, what I'm saying, getting more clientele, more, logistics going into it. You may need to build a team. You may need to get other people. Are you making enough money, or making enough, income, to where it's a return of investment for you to be able to pay others, so that you can train them and they can help sustain your business, because it may be getting cumbersome if you're the only person running it. So those are things that you can think about when you're turning, something that you're passionate about and it's a hobby, from a side hustle into your business. I don't want you to go into the hole, because that has happened to me before. Happened to my sis before. You know what I'm saying? Going into the hole, trying to fund, this side hustle that you're trying to turn into a business, and then you looking up and saying like, okay, well then how am I going to get this? How am I moving, shake that? You know what I mean? So you just be cognizant of what type of money you're putting into your side hustle or business, in order for you to, properly balance your finances. And I think that is pretty, 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 pretty good right there. You have anything else you want to add, sis?
No, sis, I don't.
Okay. All right. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or y'all want a basket or something of that nature that are beautiful, do you have any baskets on hand, sis?
I have. Give me 1 second.
Okay. She's going to go get some of her products so you guys can see what she has, so you guys can definitely tap in with her and inquire, hey, do you have this basket for this day? I'm trying to do something for my spouse and I really just want to show them my appreciation. Boom, she can make something for you. you know um, if it's something that you even want for yourself, you be like, you know what, let me go ahead and order this basket for me and just have it sent to me, and then I just surprise myself, like, I don't even know who sent it to me. Sometimes you got to do that for you. You have to. You look at these baskets. That is beautiful. So
Yes,
y'all can see the attention to detail that she put into her products. That's beautiful. Can you name the items that you have in there, sis?
so this one here, it has the body wash, it
Mm-hmm.
has the cologne, it
Mm-hmm.
has the candle, the loofah, and then it has the denim travel bag.
And that's all from Bath and Body Works.
This is all from Bath and Body Works,
Okay. Nice.
but everything coordinates. Like the gold pulls from the gold that's here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but also to the gold writing that's there. But then we did the denim because it's like a turquoise blue.
Right, right. The color coordination and everything that goes into it. That's beautiful. Can you tell us what was in the first basket, sis?
So in the first basket, this one is just a body spray, the lotion, and then the rose loofah. But
Mm-hmm.
it's called One in a Million, so I felt like it needed the flowers, the flower container, and just the
Mm-hmm.
purples in it.
Nice. Simple, elegant, and beautiful. I love that. I love that. That is truly, truly dope. I'm telling you. See how she turned something that she felt was a hobby, or she's like, hey, I was spending too much. Look at that. And now she's presenting to us beautiful items such as this. Now what's all in that one, sis?
So this one has the body wash, the body scrub, the lotion, but then I mixed it with the red and white paper on the bottom, the red ribbon, and the wrap.
That's beautiful. I love that. That
And
is
then
so
a lot of the containers that I use are repurposable. Like this is a flower pot,
nice.
so
So
I
when
feel
you're
like
done with it, you could plant something in
you can plant something in it. Because I feel
it.
like there's no point of getting a basket that you can't use somewhere else in your house that's just going to sit around and be wasteful.
Exactly. 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 It's kind of like an empty item. Like, what's the point of this? You know what I'm saying? You want everything to serve a purpose, be purposeful, just like you said. That's what's
Yeah.
up. I truly appreciate that, sis. You have anything that you want to say or close
No,
out with?
I just appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I had to do it. I had to do it,
Yes.
sis. Absolutely. I truly appreciate you even accepting my invitation and coming on here and having a good energy and filling us with all your creativity and things of that nature. I truly appreciate you, sis. You my lifelong sister, and that will never change. I
Never
want to
ever.
never ever change. I want to tell everybody that I appreciate y'all coming out here and sharing these positive energies and these influential gems that has been dropped by my sister. I truly appreciate you guys taking this time out of y'all busy schedule just to be here with us. It truly means a lot to me, for sure. Tune in tomorrow, 6:30, the same place. I'm gonna have one of my biggest mentors in my life, Miss Victoria Miller. She will be gracing us with her presence on my platform tomorrow. So please tune in for that. And sis, again, I thank you so much. And I want to say peace. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Take
You
care.
too.